It was through the humbling clouds of the Andes mountain range that we passed 100 smiling porters. And following the stories of two intelligent guides, we sought out the panoramic picture of goodness that only a generous God could create. The mountains have always felt like home to me. One step at a time through a little bit of struggle, one can journey to find the most beautiful places in the world. One of the guides on Kilimanjaro told me, if you want to get to know another person or understand their humanity, walk a mountain with them. For 4 days on the steep path of the Inca Trail, I found great goodness in all those who walked beside me. The reciprocation of support told the story of a group who looked out for one another. And that is something we should never take for granted. We made a good team, a damn good team. On this trip, we also found our Peruvian brothers and sisters, some of the most hardworking, genuine, and trustworthy people I have ever met in my travels. They are strong, both spiritually and physically. Another of their most noble strengths is simplicity, a solid life lesson for me. We all hiked a long way. We navigated the path to Picchu, ascended 8 hours up to Dead Woman's Pass, zigzagged in the pouring rain to Pacamayu, trekked back up the fog-hidden path to Rancu Raquet, and with bright green raincoats covering our determined spirits, we passed the snow-capped Salcantini mountain range to make it to our last campsite, one foot after the other. On the last day, as we climbed down the steep terrain, we passed back through the humbling clouds and crawled up the long, rocky, steep staircase to arrive at a place called the Sun's Gate. As we made our final descent into Machu Picchu and absorbed the surreal panoramic view, I began to wonder if this is what heaven looked like. Working through sheer exhaustion and sore legs, I tried to imagine our Incan ancestors and pondered on the wisdom they used to seek out and create such a stunning oasis. I wondered what these people were like. How did they find this place? What were their hobbies? Why did they leave their magnificent home tucked in such a magical mountain for it to become the lost city? What was their reason not to stay to defend their home against the Spanish conquistadors? What more is out there? I don't have any answers, but it certainly was a once-in-a-lifetime trek that gave me a lot to think about. As a group, we would like to thank our brilliant guides, Lisandro and Adolfo, for their patience, kindness, and knowledge. Thanks for walking slowly by our sides when needed and for laughing at all our silly jokes. Thanks to you, we're all learning how to hold our llamas and how to identify potato number 2, 4, 36, 65, and 1038. You are two very wonderful human beings, and any trekker who has you as their guide is a very lucky person. We send love and gratitude to our smiling porters who basically carried us up the mountain. And even though they traveled twice as fast as us with 60 pounds on their back, they were the ones standing in a hope-filled line every evening, clapping and cheering as we came sauntering, sore-legged into camp. Well, that is everyone except for Maya in Canada. Seeing the porters stand in line to support everyone brought tears to my eyes each evening, especially seeing our 68-year-old porter Gringo, always with a wide smile on his face telling the group, age is just a number. The mental and physical strength of our porters was inspiring and reminded all of us just to keep trekking forward. A few of us tried to carry the porters' backpacks one afternoon. We could only manage a small hill, and that was humbling. Yet even then, the porters were still loudly cheering us on. Maybe through a bit of comical, cheeky laughter, rightly so, but still genuinely cheering us on. And thanks to our talented chefs who kept us nourished and definitely spoiled along the journey. We could barely believe our eyes with the fancy feasts you created. And I still can't figure out how you made such delicious cakes in the high elevation of the Andes mountain range. That was incredible. Lastly, to everyone involved in the company, we were impressed with your level of organization through the entire trip. Even on the journey back, when our bus was stopped by the strike, our guides sprung into action to find a solution. Just another adventure. At the end of the trip, I felt lucky to have another one of the company's friendly, well-spoken guides not only walk me to the door of my hotel, but insisted on carrying my bags as well. Apparently, he could see that I was walking a bit crippled because my legs were so sore. He made sure I was safely inside the hotel before leaving. I noticed Adolphe helping the fabulous four find their hotel as well. Everyone went above and beyond, and a 5-star service rating doesn't do your company justice. I would recommend Alpaca Expeditions to anyone. So our team, we loudly proclaim to each and every one of you who made our experience so well worth it, Supike, Supike, Supike.